Did you know that 20,000 people commute into Wayne County to work every day? And that many of those people are commuting to Orrville. It's an easy 20-minute commute from most anywhere in Northeast Ohio. Rob!
Hey Lori.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. Great to see you.
Good to see you today. Glad
Absolutely.
I ran into you.
Absolutely.
So today I ran into Rob Churgovich from Jarrett Companies here at Heartland Point. So how are you doing today?
Very good. It's finally getting warm out. So
glad to hear that.
Summer's coming.
So tell me what you're doing in your job right now. You've got a lot of things going on.
Absolutely, we do. Yeah, I am the HR manager for Jarrett Companies, and Jarrett Companies is a parent company of several Orrville area businesses: Packship USA, Jarrett Logistics, Jarrett Fleet Services, and then we have the newly constructed Portico Plaza, which has 2 restaurant franchises: Baja West Coast Kitchen, Old Carolina Barbecue, and then Zephyr's Fitness. So I do HR responsibilities for all those companies.
Wow, that does keep you busy.
Yeah, it does.
How many employees would that entail?
We have just over 200 employees.
200.
Yeah, and I've been with the company for about 3 years now, just over. And when I started with the company, we had just under 80 employees. So we've experienced rapid growth just in the past 3 years, especially. But yeah, recruiting is a main thing I do right now.
So you've been with Jarrett Companies for 3 years. How did you come to Orrville to work for Jarrett Companies?
Well, in college, I went to the University of Akron, and I live in Medina. That's where I was born and raised, and was looking at different class offerings and noticed Wayne College down in Orrville, and thought, hey, this is going to be a lot easier getting to Orrville than Akron. And so I enrolled, mainly just for the commute. But once I got down here and took some classes, I was really interested not only just in the people in the classes, but I got to get into the community a little bit, come to Heartland Point here, and enjoy some of the sites and everything. So just from that, it was a great advertisement for me to know where Orrville is and what it has to offer. And I had a really good experience at Wayne College. So that's what originally brought me down here. And then I'd seen a job posting at Jarrett Logistics in Orrville, and because of that, I knew how easy of a drive it was. I jumped on that.
So was this your first job out of college?
Yes, in HR, yes, and it's given me everything I've wanted and everything I needed as well. I've been able to build and refine my skills. With the rapid growing Jarrett Companies, you know, we're looking for people of all calibers to come in and learn with us. We're looking for somebody that has a strong work ethic, that's trustworthy, high integrity, high character, and we believe if they've got those foundational elements, we can train them.
What is it that makes Orrville work for you?
Well, I mentioned the commute. That's a big thing. I'm a big family guy. I've got 2 little girls, a 3-year-old and a 5-month-old.
Okay.
And it's really important for me to get back home for dinner and everything.
Sure.
And so just the work-life balance. But the other thing, you know, I mentioned meeting the people in my classes, the professors at Wayne College. The people down here are fantastic as well. So anybody that's looking for a job, and you know, they want flex time. They want to be able to experience the, you know, home work-life balance and want to experience a great community of people. This is the place to be.
So when you're not working, what are some of the things that you enjoy doing in your free time?
Well, like I said, I've got a 3-year-old and a 5-month-old, and now we're finally starting to get out with our 5-month-old, and so every weekend we've got some sort of trip planned, whether it's going to Amish country or going to the zoo. We've got a year membership there, family membership, and going to the Metro Parks, Hinckley or Allerdale. A couple weekends ago we went up to Menor Headlands up by Lake Erie. So we try to get outside as much as possible, but you know, this area has a lot, even a national park that I think a lot of people don't frequent as much as you would think, but we get out there as well. So every weekend we try to have something planned, and yeah, we'll get out and enjoy nature anytime we can.
So that sounds great.
Yeah.
Do you have anything planned for the summer?
Yeah, we do. For vacation, we're going to go up to the Traverse City area. the Sleeping Bear Dunes, and then take the Mackinac Bridge up to Mackinac Island and over to the UP. So we're going to try to do a lot of little things, but we've got a cottage that we're going to stay in on a really small lake that I hope to do some fishing there as well. So great time for family time, and we're actually going to stop in Holland, Michigan on our way there because that's where my sister lives, and spend the night there and spend some time with them, and then go up the rest of the way and spend a week up in Traverse City.
What advice would you have for someone who is looking at a job here in Orrville, Ohio?
Well, Orrville allows an opportunity for somebody to grow. Just as I was able to start in an entry-level HR position and grow into an HR manager position, speaking for Jarrett Companies, we offer that same opportunity. We have entry-level positions working at our restaurants right now, and we've been finding great employees there that we want to make sure that we retain, and we will sometimes move them to different companies. If they're not going to move up in the actual restaurant, and they're going to college for something else, like accounting, we have a couple interns right now that started at one of the restaurants, and we're having them work at Jarrett Logistics or Pack Ship USA, and that's a career path for them.
So looking back at your own career, how did you get into human resources?
So I had worked at a job where it was a sales job, and my manager would often travel. When he would travel, there was a lot of HR responsibilities that needed to happen. And when he was out of office, he would rely on me. And as soon as I realized how much I loved HR and doing all those things, and realizing, okay, sales is not the best fit for me, I just went to school, and 4 years later, got my degree and fell into Jarrett Companies, and everything fell into place nicely. But yeah, it was through that job where I was able to get some hands-on experience to realize that, hey, this is what I want to do. And once I had that indicator, I went right into school and majored in HR, and the rest is history.
So that first job doesn't necessarily mean that is where you need to be for the rest of your life. That those experiences help to mold and bring out whatever your passion was and the things that you enjoy the most.
Exactly. We had hired an employee at Jarrett Logistics about 2 years ago, and he worked in our operations department, had his MBA, very intelligent, and we just noticed that he had a knack for problem solving, like more outside the typical mold that even in our operations department, which is at a very high level. And we realized, hey, I wonder if he would work in IT. And we have a growing IT department as well. And we took the time, trained him, and it's a fantastic fit for him and us as well. So it wasn't until he had worked in our operations department until we saw in him, and then he realized, okay, I could be happier doing something else.
So you personally had an opportunity to grow with the company, and you really enjoy the work-life balance and being able to have an easy commute from your home in Medina.
Absolutely, I do. Yeah, from all different angles, it's just a great fit for me here.
So Rob, it's so nice that we bumped into each other today. Glad we had a few minutes to catch up on things.
Likewise, it's been great.
Well, this concludes another episode of Orrville Works. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
My name's Rob, and Orrville works for me because of the work-life balance.